Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaur Bhaktavinda Jaya Shri Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaur Bhaktavinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaur Bhaktavinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaur Bhaktavinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaur Bhaktavinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Nitai Gaura Haribo, Haribo, oh Haribo, Nitai Gaura Haribo. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. It's a little loud. Jaya. Huh? Yes, that was heard all over the world. Jai Srila Prabhupada, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Gurudev, Srila Acharya Dev Ki Jai. Jai Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna, Jai Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Jai Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasudeva Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Jai Navadvip Dham Mayapur Dham Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Jai Yamunamayi Gangamayi Ki Jai. Jai Jagannath Puri Ki Jai. Jai Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Then Jai Srimati Tulsi Devi Ki Jai. Jai Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai. Jai Bhakti Vedanta Institute Ki Jai. Jai Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Institute Ki Jai. Jai, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the worldwide devotees. Go Premanandi, Hari 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 Bol. Jai Santa Maharaj Ki Jai. Yeah. Not coming? Huh? Our video is frozen? Huh?
Our video is frozen.
Really? Really?
Huh. What can we do?
I don't know what to do. You can hear everything though.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. All right. All right. Restart. Our technician. Is it not showing there? Are we back?
Yes.
Now you can see. Are we moving now? Unfrozen. Okay. All right. Very good.
Where's
So, yeah,
Maharaj?
it hasn't come yet.
It's his birthday.
Huh?
It's his birthday.
Oh. Muni Raj is what? It's his birthday today. Huh? Krishna Kesava. Krishna Kesava said it's his birthday. We want to sing happy birthday to him. What happened? He's not feeling well? All right. We wish him happy birthday. So Srimati Tulsi Devi looks very nice. She's grown very big. She was only a baby a few weeks ago, huh? All right. And let's see. Andanam. Page 38. Page 38. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaisnavam Sa Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vasakanvitam Sa Om Agana Timidandasya Gananjana Salakaya Chakshurun Miditam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Puja Shri Guru Varga Vandita Mahabhava Vitasaya Sada Purva Parya Parampara Pachalita Prajya Pramurta Krite Bhakti Nirmala Nirjarhasya Nibritam Samrakshakam Sadaram Vande Shri Guru Devam Mananta Shiracharya Varam Nidam Gorva Bista Sapurakam Guru Ganara Shisha Sambhusitam Chintya Chintya Samasta Veda Nipunam Sri Rupa Patananogam Govinda Bidam Ujvalam Varatanum Bhaktanvitam Sundaram Vande Vishwakarun Chadivya Bhagavad Premnahi Bija Pradam Devam Divyatanam Suchandavaranam Malarka Shelan Shitam Sandrananda Param Sadeka Varanam Vairagya Vidya Buddhim Sri Siddhanta Nidhim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Baram Vandetam Bhushanam Mareka Sharanam Nashishwaram Sridharam Sri Siddhanta Saraswati Vidito Gaudiya Gaurvanvai Bhatto Banuvira Prabhata Gagane Yogora Sankirtanai Mayavada Timigilo Darakatan Niditya Jivani Man Krishna Prema Sudabdi Kana Sukam Pradat Prabhum Tam Bhajet Namo Gaur Kishoraya Bhakta Vaduta Mortaye Gaurangri Padma Bringaya Radha Bhavani Sevane Vande Bhakti Vinodam Shri Gaura Shakti Swarupakam Bhakti Shashtagya Jamrajam Radha Rasa Sudanidim Gaura Vrajashita Sheshar Vaishnavar Vannivigraham Jagannatha Prabhum Mande Premabdim Rida Vaishnavam Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Namo Mahavaranaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gora Twise Namaha Jayatam Surato Padgor Mama Mandam Matergati Amatsarva Swapadamboja Radhamadana Mohanam Divyad Vrindaranya Kalpadubada Srimad Ratnagara Singasanasto Sri Gandharva Srila Govinda Devo Praise be Savior Manus Marami Sriman Rasarasarambi Vangsivata Tatastita Karshan Venus Vanar Gopir Gopinata Shri Esuna Vrindayai Tulsi Devai Priyai Kesavasya Cha Krishna Bhakti Pradi Devi Sachavachai Namo Namaha Atanatva Mantra Gurun Bhagavatarthadan Vishan Jagat Gurun Natva Tato Jayam Udirayat Jai Saparika Shri Shri Guru Garanga Gandharva Govinda Sundar Pada Padmanam Jayastu Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Srila Prabhupada Srila Guru Maharaj Srila Gurudev Srila Acharya Ki Jai Jai Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Jai Gaul Premanandi Hari 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 Bol. All right, let's chant one second, page 16. Kanapriya, Didi, would you like to sing? Tanvats, would you like to lead? Yes, please. Yasomati Nandana Brajavara Nagara Gokula Ranjana Kana Gopi Paranadana Madana Manohara Kaliya Damona Vidana Amala Harinam Amiya Vilasa Urandara Navina Nagara Vara Vangsi Sudana Subhasa Rajajana Palana Surakula Nasana Nanda Godana Rakoyala Govinda Madhava Navanita Taskara Sundara Nanda Gopala Yamuna Tatachara Gopi Vasanahara Rasara Sika Kripa Moya Sri Radha Vallabha Vrindavan Natavara Pakati Vinodasraya Sri Radha Vallabha Vrindavana Natavara Pakati Vinoda Shraya Yasomati Nandana Brajabara Nagara Gokula Ranjana Kana Gopi Paranadana Madana Manohara Kariya Damana Vidana Jai Haribol. Yasomati Nandan. It's so wonderful chanting the holy names of the Lord all over the world. Huh? India, we're reaching India, UK, America. It's like amazing, like a miracle. New York, New Jersey. Mahaprabhu's amazing mercy. Huh? Let's see, page 45. Page 45. Page 45, Gorvastakam. Huh? Okay. Then, let's see. Shanta Maharaj. Would you like to chant? Would you like to chant? Thank you. Samsara Dava Nadalita Loka Chanayakaya Naganatyam Praptasya Kaya Nagananavasya Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinam. Mahaprabhu Kirtana Nitya Gita Vaditya Madhyan Manasora Sena Romanchakampa Shutaranga Bhajo Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinam. Shri Vigrahara Dana Nityanana Sringaratan Mandiramarchanado Yuktasya Bhaktam Sadhyunjatopi Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinam. Chaturvidha Shri Bhagavat Prasada Swadhana Triptan Haribhakta Sangan. Kritvaiva triptin bhajata sadaiva Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda.
Siradhika Madhavayor Paro Madhurjali Punarupalana
Shri Radhika Madhavyora Para Madhurya Lila Gunarupanam Nam
Adikshana Swadanalupasya Vande Gurasi Charanaravindam
Pratikshana Svadanalolopasya Vande Guru Shri Charanara Nam.
Nikunjayo no Ratikeli Sidhai Najani Virukti Affectionate
Nikunjayo radicali sidae Yayali biyayuktira pekshaniya
Tatradidaksa Dativallabhasya Vande Purasi Charanavindam
Tatra didakshya dativallabhasya Vande Guru Shri Charanaravid.
Samsadhari Tveno Astre Uttastata Bhagavatoiva Sadvi
Saksharari tvena samasta shastre Uktastatha bhavyate vasadbhi.
Hindu Prabhuya Priya Tasya Vande Gurasi Charanarabindam
Kintu prabhoya priyeva tasya Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda.
Yasya Prasada Bhagavat Prasado Yasya Prasada Nagati Kutopi
Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado Yasya prasada nagati kutopi.
Jayam Suvam Tasya Jasasti Sanyam Vande Gurasi Charanarabindam
Dayam stuvam sasyaya sasri sanyam Vande Guru Shri Charanara-vindam.
Srimad Guru Rashtakameta Tucche Brahme Murte Prayatna
Srimad Guru Rastakam-etaruchar Brahme Muhurte Patati Prayatnat.
Yastena Brinda Baranatha Sakshat Sevaiva Labha Janasantaiva
Sevrinda Vananata Sakshat Sevaiva Labhya Jana Santi
Vande Gurasi Charanaravindam Vande Gurasi Charanaravindam
Vande Guru Shri Charanara-vindam. Vande Guru Shri Charanara-vindam.
Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva
Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya.
Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva
Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru. Jai. Thank you, Santa Maharaj. Then, page 65. Nitai Parakamala. Rasaraj Prabhu, would you like to sing?
Okay, Maharaj.
Thank you.
Nitai Pada Kamala, Chandra Susitala,
Nitai Parakamala, Koti Chandra Sushitala. Ye Chayaya Jagata Sudaya.
Nitai Vineva, Radha Krishna Paritina,
Ena Nitai Vinehai Radha Krishna Paitinai.
Vidakare Dhara Nitai Paya,
Dridakari Dharanitai Rapaya.
Sambandha Nahi Jara, Rita Janma Kilatara,
Se Sambandha Nahiyara Vritta Janman Kilatara.
Paso Bhagavachara,
Se Pashu Badadurachara.
Nitana Bahila Mukhe, Machila Samsara Sukhe,
Nitaina Balila Mukhe Majila Samsara Sukhe.
Vidya Tule Kikari Betara,
Vidya Kule Kikari Betara.
Ahankare Matyanita, Nitya Pada Pachariya,
Ahankara Matahaina Nitai Para Pasariya. Asatyere Satya Korimani. Nitaya Karuno Hobe Raja Radha Krishna Pahe. Dharanitaya Sharanadukani. Nitaya Charana Satya Tanhara Sevaka Nitya. Nitai Pada Sadakarasa. Narotama Baraduki Nitai More Karasuki. Rakaranga Charanera Pasa. Jayanitai, 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 Dial Nitai. Jayanitai, 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 Jayanitai. Dial Nitai Ki Jai. Page 105. Oh, like someone is knocking on the door. It's from the microphone, huh? You hear it?
You're on 121.
All right, thank you. Amar jivan sada papirata nahika punyera lesha.
Jivana Sadapa Perata Nahika Punyera Lesha
Parero udvega diachi ekata diachi jivera klesha.
Harira Udvega Diachi Ekata Diachi Jivera Lesha.
1 minute now. Somehow I missed the page. Nija sukha lagi pape nahi dhari daya hina swarta para.
Nija Shukha Lagi Pape Nahi Dari Daya Hina Svarta Para
Para sukhe duki sada mitya basi para dukkha sukha kara.
If you scroll with your left hand, it's easier.
Osesha kamana hridima he mora krodi damba parayana.
Asisha Kamana Hridima Jemura Krodi Damba Parayana
Madhamata sada vishaye mohita hingsa garva vibhushana.
Adamata Sada Vishaye Mohita Himsa Garva Vibhushana
Nidra lasyahara sukharye virata akarye udyogi ami.
Nidralasya Sukaye Virata Akaye Udogiyami
Pratistalagya satya acharana lobahata sarakami.
Pratistalaya Satyaracharana Lobahata Satyami
Ehe na durjana sajjana vajita aparadhi nirantara.
Durjana Sajjana Nirantara
Subha karya suya sunya saranarthanvanna nana duke jara jara.
Subhakaya Suya Sadhanarthamana Nana Duke Jara
Vardakye ekana upaya vihina tate dina akinchana.
Ikana Upaya Tate Dina Akinchana
Bhakati vinora prabhura charane kare dukha nivedana.
Bhakti Vinona Prabhura Charane Kare Dukkha Nivedana
Om Jivanna Sara Papirata Nahika Punyera Lesha.
Jivana Sada Papirata Nahika Punyera Lesha
Parera udvega diachi ekata diachi jivira klesha. And would you like to sing? Hari Harai? Page what? 165, huh? 165.
Can I use your headset?
Huh? Yes.
Dandavat. Hari Haraye Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Gopala Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan. Giri Hari Gopinath Madana Mohan. Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra. Gadadhara Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath. Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunath. Echaya Goshani Kari Charana Vandan. Yaha Hoite Vigna Nasa Abhishta Puran. Echaya Goshani Yara Muitara Das. Tasa Bara Para Renu Mora Kancha Gras. Tandera Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanevas. Janame Mora E Abilas. Echaya Goshani Yabe Vraja Kaila Vas. Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Karila Prakash. Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majia Mana. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pada Padma Kari As. Hari Nama Sankirtana Kahe Narottama Das. Hari Haraye Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Jai Srila Narottam Das Thakur ki jai. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasudi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Jaya Jaya Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Jaya Jaya Guru Dev. Jaya Jaya Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Jaya Jaya Guru Dev. Jai, all glories to the assembled devotees, ki jai. Jai. Hare Krishna.
Jai. Sana didn't come.
She said sometime after 2.
So we're going to read from Prapana Jivanamrita again. Does anyone have any questions before we begin? Do they have burning questions they'd like to ask? Have answered? Okay. Yeah.
Say something about Rath Yatra.
What do you want to say?
We want to hear something.
You want to hear? I like to hear. I like to hear something also. What do you have to say?
I want to know from
You are from that place. Tell us. What do you know?
I don't know what Maharaj.
How many people came this year?
200.
200 people only.
They're all Sevaites.
Kushram told me there were more than 2,000. She saw the picture. She saw the pictures, and she said there must be at least 2,000 there.
Yeah, it's more than 200 over there. I also saw the picture.
What do you think? How many were there?
Maybe. The crowd increased later on.
1,000, 15, yes. I saw it only at the beginning, and it looked like more than 200 also, but I don't know.
Starting, few people were covered, but later I think they added more.
Anyhow, they put some restriction on going. I think the trains weren't taking people from anywhere. And so they could, so nobody could go. But enough to have the cart move and taken to its destination. What do they do with all the prasadam? Huh?
We are missing the prasadam.
They had to cook, no? They had to cook a lot of prasadam for everyone. What are they doing with all that prasad that they cook every day? They have to cook so much, isn't it? There's some amount they have to make, and no one's there now. Well, how do they do that? They send it out to the other.
Distributed to the poor beggars.
Yeah. I was wondering about that, how they distribute all that prasad now. No one is going there, or restricted amount number. Here, the people, even in America, they have to go someplace to get food. Nowadays, they're not able to afford their own food, and they have big lines. Cars. I don't know. Different people are distributing food. So, some problem with they don't have enough. Their businesses, they're not able to do their business, and so they don't have the money to get food, and they have to go and have free distribution of food in canned items, not cooked.
Food bank. I saw a lot of line.
Food bank, yes.
Maharaj, they don't allow any cooked food to distribute it.
No. Yes. So I heard also that the Sikhs in this country, the Sikh with the wear the turban.
Yes.
They are always distributing food. I read in the newspaper, because the Sikhs are always distributing food. They are doing that automatically, even in this country. They are distributing food, cooked food already. So it's very nice.
The temple here, Maharaj, has been distributing through some charities. The West London Temple.
From the temple, they're distributing?
Yeah, there's 2 charities. I helped on Tuesday. There's 2 different charities that they distributed. And we made some prasadam in the morning and then sent it out in the afternoon.
How do you distribute it?
It was 2 specific charities. So we did, they were in trays, and also we did small bags, individual bags. So they requested certain amounts of food, and then we made for that specific amount, and then we sent them to the charity.
Oh. So the charity actually distributed it. You made it,
So
but the charity...
There were 2 organizations, and they have certain people there, so they asked specifically for a certain amount of prasadam,
Very nice.
or a certain amount of food.
What?
The South Plainfield Temple, they also distributed in hospitals to all the doctors and nurses, and also the police personnel. They distributed food for them.
Who did that?
Plainfield.
From the temple.
Oh, Plainfield. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice. What did you distribute, Kanapriya? Samosa?
No, we had there was a pasta salad, and like a spinach and paneer roll
Oh,
with a cake.
I see. All right. Yes, the temples are nice like that. They distribute prasad. It's very nice. In India, they have so many temples. They are distributing food, so people don't have to worry about that. They not only get the canned food, but they get the cooked food. Here, you only get the cans and the boxes, and those the food banks.
The government in India also giving all their requirement for large cooking for distribution to these all temples, because they already have facility.
Yes,
Big kitchen, everything.
yes. So Krishna's perfect arrangement, huh? For times like this.
People are, those who are level class, they have, no income for last many months.
All right, all right.
In a difficult time.
And I heard that the farmers in India, they got killed by the lightning. They got...
No, actually, there was a very bad, thunderstorms, like a unseasonal that came in UP and Bihar.
Yeah.
And that day, one day, many people killed it.
100, more than 100
Yes.
people are killed because they go out in the field and they have no other... The lightning can hit any place else but on their head. They're the tallest object in the field. So many get killed. Here, maybe 20 will get killed by lightning, but there, 100, more than 100, because of their exposure. There's more exposure there in the fields, especially the farmers. They are the victims of that.
Maharaj, this one insect, I don't know.
The
Super-
locusts, they're coming in the mass quantity
Yes,
and eating everything.
yes. In India, it is a big problem.
Yes, yes. They have been coming from... They came from Africa, actually. They started in Africa, and they also wiped out many foods, many things there in Africa, and they came up, and now they're in India. I think they went through the other countries too.
Maharaj, desert locusts, so it originated from Middle East. From there, it went to Africa, and also it went to Pakistan. From Pakistan, it went to India.
Right. So many things are happening now. One after another. Like
7 plagues.
plague and disease and lightning.
Nature is angry.
And then there was a solar eclipse also, recently. Another solar eclipse came. So that's inauspicious. Anyhow, some punishment is coming. So what to do, huh? Then we can read now from Papanajivanamrita. Let's see. Oh dear. What page was I on?
Okay.
Remember what page?
I think, was it 18? Were you on chapter 2? Was it 18, 19? Okay.
To surrender is self-assertive.
Ah, yes. We're on page 20. Page 20. Huh? Advaya Jnanam. Advaya Jnanam. Vivek, do you have this book, Prapadajivanamrita?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Okay. So Advaya Jnanam. Anashritanam eva jagad darshanam. Advaya Jnanam anashritanam eva jagad darshanam. Then it says Yavat pritaktvam idam atmana indriyartha maya balam bhagavato jana isha pasyat tavan samsrutir aso pratisanakaramaeta vyartapi dukkha nivaham vahati kriyartha. Bhagavatam 399. Sorry, one of my eyes is not working today. So, talk about problems. Persons who do not take shelter of the one without a second, the Supreme Lord, simply loiter in the world of birth and death. Advaya Jnanam. Advaya Jnana means knowledge of the one, or that knowledge of the oneness. Huh? Advaya Jnana. Advaya means like Advaita. Huh? Advaya, the one, the knowledge of oneness. Why does it talk about this? Knowledge of one without a second. What does that mean? Why does it refer here? This is actually Sridhar Maharaj's commentary on the verse. What does that mean, the one without a second? What about Radharani? Huh? Balaram and their gopis. Why does it say one without a second? Advaya Jnanam. Because they're all energies of Krishna. Huh? The Lord and his energies are not different. Therefore, they're one and different. Advaya. One and different. The energy and the source of energy. Can't separate them, but they're actually different. The potency and the potent. They're If there's something that has potency, or that it has potential, something that has potential, then it must have an actual existence also. We can't talk about potential if there's no actualization. They call realization or reality, the actuality, and the potentiality. These two, we can't talk about one without the other. No question that we can say something is potentially something and not actually that also. So in philosophy, they talk about the concept and the reality. You can't have the idea of tree. Where would the idea of tree come from if there weren't any actual trees? Huh? Could anyone come up with the idea of tree? Unless they actually had a tree? Huh? Or the idea of a cow? If there weren't an actual cow anywhere? Would somebody come up like that with an idea like that? Cow? But the idea of the cow and the actual cow, therefore, are not divisible, not separable from one another. So the cow, every example of things, every instance of reality has a concept also. Cow, the idea of cow is the potentiality of the cow. From the idea, an actual cow comes. Idea doesn't exist, but the cow exists. Anyhow, the idea has to be there too, otherwise what would you call it? What would you call that thing? So you call it by a name, and that name is the idea of it. Gives us the idea of that thing. So like that, everything has a concept and a reality. Everything. So Krishna, he's called Samvit, and his manifestation is called Sandini. Samvit, Krishna, Sandini is Baladev, and then that a third element, Hladini, is also there, the pleasure potency. And are connected by pleasure. The Lord and his reality are connected by pleasure, fulfillment. The manifestation tries to fulfill the concept. The idea of cow and the actual cow. Sometimes, if the cow is not completely congruent with the idea of cow, then some type of mutilation, what do they call that? Some monster has been created. Sometimes a cow may be born without the leg, or some tail may be missing, and they can do different manipulations. And it's not exactly a cow. No. The fulfillment of the concept, cow, and the idea of cow and the actual cow, they must be congruent. Then it is properly fulfilled. But that fulfillment is also interpreted in another way, not just by the form, but by the actual satisfaction, fulfillment that exists between the actual thing and the concept, the idea. So like the Krishna and his manifestation, that exists only to fulfill his idea. Anyhow, I'm just making a big philosophical diversion here from the word Advaita. It's a very interesting conception. Advaita. Persons who do not take shelter of the one without a second. Devotees understand that in a proper way. The Mayavads and others may not understand that at all. And the Supreme Lord simply loiter in the world of birth and death. So those who don't have that consciousness, that finer consciousness, to understand that the world is not separate from Krishna. The manifestation is not separate from that original supreme personality. Not separate. And who thinks it's separate? They are the ones who are loitering. They can only loiter in this world because they have no idea what it's for. When it's separate from God like that, they have no idea what to do here. And they're doing all kinds of crazy things. But it's meaningless because they don't understand what is that concept. What is that which is everything is merely a manifestation of, a display of. That reality belongs to what concept? What ideal? Ideal. So, Krishna consciousness means to have proper concept, proper conception. And also necessary. Not that we just go around wildly doing this and doing that. Even chanting Hare Krishna. Hasn't Guru Maharaj told that if you just chant Hare Krishna without any conception, without any proper concept, then what is that? It's merely making some sound. Blank bullets. Blank bullets. So the concept, what we're doing, what is what, that must also be there, along with whatever we have in front of us. Concept and reality. So without that proper concept, merely wasting time. Running here and there. I must be a little conscious. Little conscious, that's necessary. Intelligent life. Finer intelligence is needed. Then, O Lord, soul of all souls, the conditioned soul sees this universe as separate from you and thinks it is meant for his sense enjoyment. But this is only a creation of your deluding potency, or Maya. As long as a living being clings to such an illusory separate interest, he does not give up the miserable world of action and reaction, birth and death, despite its utter meaninglessness. So I gave in that book, Idols of the Mind, and the true reality gives the example, that nice example from India that we have of the elephant and the blind men. You know that? Do you know that example, Vivek? You know that one? Analogy. The blind men are touching they don't know it's an elephant, they're blind. They're touching the different parts. And this is a tree trunk, and this is a brick wall, and this is a rope, and this is a snake, and this is a spear, and this is a fan. They're touching the various elements of the parts of the elephant body, and they think it's like a fan, or it's like a rope, or it's like a tree trunk. And because they can't see they don't have the concept, the whole. What is it a part of? They only can touch the parts. So the scientists, modern scientists, are like that. They analyze everything in terms of molecules. This is carbon, this is the oxygen, this is the carbon-oxygen connection, carbon-hydrogen connection. Everything is carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, this, that, the other thing, right? If the world, and they say, then the world is made up of these marbles, ping pong balls, billiard balls. The whole world is made up of these things because they have no conception. They have no concept to connect them with. So they see it's all just balls bouncing against one another, atoms, meaninglessly bouncing. No meaning. Just little particles bouncing here and bouncing there. Somehow they bounce in the right way, they make an elephant. They bounce in a different way, they make a mouse. Huh? This is their idea. Meaningless world. Why? Because they're missing the concept of things. Not only the molecules in the elephant have the relationship established once the elephant is known, then the then the tree trunk becomes a leg. Okay? The fan becomes the ear of the elephant. The rope becomes the tail of the elephant. But the elephant is necessary. The whole overall idea is necessary in order for the part to make any sense. So when we live in a world without only understanding the parts, in terms of parts, explaining everything in terms of what things are made of, and not the things themselves, right? And become meaningless. We can't understand any meaning to those things. So proper conception is necessary. Mm-hmm. That comes from Guru. He tells us what we can see. He can tell us. It's like this. Somehow, science has become. Everyone goes to school. They learn science, chemistry, this, that, physics, and other things. And in that way, they're miseducated. They're further entangled in ignorance. So education can lead to more ignorance by telling them it's like this, only molecules, chemistry and physics. They're making them more ignorant about what the actual meaning of reality is, what the actual reality is that they're a part of, what the meaning of things are, because they don't teach the higher conceptions. Higher conceptions, necessary. You can only teach the lower concepts, the lower things, the material things. That's not sufficient. Misleading. So as I said, this book is called Prapanna Jivanamrita for the surrendered souls. But while you surrender, as long as you're only seeing the parts, what are you surrendering to? You surrender to the idea that I'm just molecules. No more meaning is left. Actually, I was thinking like that when I was younger. I was going to college and becoming a scientist. And they were telling that, all these things I had to study, quantum theory and theoretical chemistry, and physics, physical chemistry, thermodynamics, mathematics. You have to learn so many things in college. And after all that, these big scientists and so many lectures, so many tests and so many books to read, and all saying the same thing again, again, and again. And I began thinking, oh my goodness, we're just molecules. This is the conclusion of all this. Highest level of education, Ph.D. And there I was taught only that we're molecules. They were teaching like that. And one day I just sat down and I thought, oh my goodness, what is this? How is there any inspiration to live knowing you're just molecules? What is the use of that? I actually became convinced by what they were telling somehow. And it became very obvious to me. That was a totally unhappy kind of situation. And I thought, there must be something more that I have been learning. They haven't been teaching me. And I wanted to find out about consciousness, about yoga. And I went to the Krishna Center. to see if they knew anything that more than what all my big science classes were teaching. Went to the humble devotees. And they immediately, they told me the answer. Yes, you are a person, you're not molecules. You're a person. Everything is personal. God is a person, you're a person, everything is person. Oh, yes. Yes, that is the point. We're persons, not molecules. So sometimes, the educational system is not our friend, not good for the people in general, because they don't teach everything. They teach a very limited point of view. And you call indoctrinate you in those things. Not beneficial. So devotional, spiritual life is also a necessary study, necessary subject to study in the educational system. And that is what Bhaktivedanta Institute and Chaitanya Saraswati Institute is trying to introduce into the academic world. Don't neglect this area. The most essential area. Don't mistreat the young people in that way. Bewilder and misdirect. They think they're doing something good, but actually it is not. Actually it's not. The whole world will become in a unfortunate position. If that kind of education, apart from spiritual dimension, is continued. It'll produce a great sadness and unhappiness and imbalance in the world. And Maya. Yes.
I remember that Guru Maharaj said that sometimes mostly with people they are working in science, but sometimes they have to use some rationalization with them, try to explain things in some way that they can understand. But in your experience, when you talk to these scientists and explain things with a rational way, still they don't understand, they don't get any idea what they are doing is not right. Most of them they get something all right.
Well, most of them they don't get anything. They don't understand. No, they don't understand. Most of them, they don't understand. Yeah, you tell consciousness or something like that, they'll say, "What's that?" That's only some kind of epiphenomenon. It's something that comes from the molecule. Just like today, they have what they call neuroscientists. The neuroscientists say consciousness is not anything. It's just some electrical result of some patterns of firing neurons. If you can find the neurons and what their patterns of behavior are, then you can understand how love comes, how hate, anger, all these things are coming from the molecules. So they reduce whatever is meaningful to what is meaningless. They try to make the meaningful things meaningless. They are of that nature. They like meaninglessness. There's something a devotee cannot tolerate. Somehow or other, in my own heart, somewhere I was a devotee of devotee nature. Then meaningless existence seemed like too much difficulty. I could not bear to live like that in a meaningless way. I could not bear it. If life was to be meaningless, I didn't want that. I couldn't live. This is devotee heart. I don't want meaningless. Meaningless means is the end of life. But some people, it seems, they like that. They want that. Hard to understand for me, and maybe for all of us. How is it possible that anyone could want a meaningless existence? So Krishna tells there are sura asura. Those who want to destroy the world, they're there. Krishna's energy comes in both styles, the sura and asura. It's also Krishna's energy. So we have to, that is life. Life means you have to deal with both sides. I have to deal with both. Actually, it's necessary that there be both. You know this, the Chinese, they have that, what is that, yin yang? You know that thing, right? Both are there. The opposites. Somehow that's necessary. If you were always happy, you wouldn't know what happiness means. You only know what happiness means. Prabhupada gave a nice example one time. He said, if everyone in the world were blind, we wouldn't be able to say blind. In order to say blind, there has to be somebody who can see. Huh? Understand? In order to say blind, there has to be someone who can see. If nobody had the power to see, then we wouldn't think of seeing. Seeing would not be anything in our mind, our consciousness. Be no question of that ability. Because nobody had that. The opposites sometimes are necessary. In the Bhagavatam, I read one time that the planets are moving in the solar system so fast. We understand from even the modern scientists, spinning and rotating and revolving around different objects. So much movement is going on in the solar system that there's a great sound. It's making a great sound. But we can't hear it. Why? Because it never stops. It's constant background. We don't, because there's no difference. There's nothing opposite to that. We don't know. No, it's there. So sometimes the negative, not sometimes, all the time, the negative is necessary for the positive to become known. So the sura and asura, they're both necessary. So we know what is what. So then we try to tell them, try to explain what is proper way, but the suras, they never understand. But our hope is that there are some who are suras also, who have that spiritual nature, who aren't being misdirected, and they may hear these things and understand. For them we are preaching. Those who can recognize that there's something more than this meaningless life, and who are looking for that, they can understand. Those of good quality heart, sukriti, those who are properly qualified in their hearts, they will understand immediately, and they will feel some relief. They'll feel great relief. Oh my goodness, finally, I've understood. All this meaninglessness is not the correct idea. And I can find the meaning in my life, purpose of our existence. Hare Krishna.
I think that sometimes the people try to understand more when they are suffering too much.
Yes, that's.
They have no way that they can solve the problem. that's what sometimes I see that the people try to find out something different because they're suffering so much.
Exactly.
Otherwise, they try to,
They go on.
happy one day, another one not so happy one day, but they suffer a lot. Then they say, "Well, what is this?" They try to find how can I understand what is happening. Otherwise, it's no way.
One day I was thinking about this, how to explain to people, you're dying, everyone is dying. But people don't, in the Bhagavatam it also mentioned that the greatest thing is that everyone is dying, but nobody understands that they're dying. Who was it said? Who said that? Who? Oh, Yudhisthira said that. He said, what is the greatest thing that I cannot understand, the greatest mystery, is how everyone is dying, but nobody thinks they're dying. So I thought, if we put everybody in a gas chamber, if everybody were living in a big dome, and there was poison gas coming, and people are thinking, oh, I got to go to work, I got to feed my kids, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to make a lot of money, I have to get a Ph.D. But my dear sir, you're going to die. You're all going to die. Nobody's going to make it out alive. See? That's the way the world is, huh? It's like that.
The Guru Maharaj also given an example in one of the books. It says that there was once a king, he had a person who all the time they can give like instruction to him, to the king, and then the king asked the person, he said that the person isn't going to die, they will change their mind because they were closer to be dead. And I said, no, that's not like that. People even going to die still try to satisfy the sense. They say, I will explain to you. And then in that kingdom, they said that there was a person that was going to be killed by the government for some activities. And they say, when you're going to, they were going to be killed the next day. So they say, I will show it to you. Say, go with your daughter tomorrow to see the execution, and you will see what I say. And then the daughter was very beautiful. And when the guy that was going to be killed, just in a few minutes, when he saw the daughter, started to look at the daughter, we lost it. And then the king started to realize, yes, this guy is going to die just in a minute, and still is looking to my daughter. And he said that's what I say. He said that even when you're going to die, still wanted to satisfy the senses.
Yes.
So it's not even in that situation. You're going to die, still even they can enjoy.
But this is conditioning.
That is
Conditioning, they call it. They are acting out of conditioning. Out of conditioning. The soul is misidentifying with what it is not. What is not the soul. What is not the spirit. And he's thinking that is the real thing. But he had no concept of what is what. No proper conception. And therefore he's thinking like that. So this conception or consciousness, there are different degrees of levels of consciousness. Those are very conditioned by the material energy. They are conditioned to live in the sensuous plane only. What they can touch, see, smell, taste, they think that's all in all. No conception, no higher thought. And they don't know how to even do that. They don't know how. How do you grasp a conception, a concept? What is that? They think it's nothing. It's some kind of ethereal thing. Has no importance, only thought. And no importance. Doesn't pay your bills, doesn't put food on your table. That's what they think. But it's very important. Most important thing, actually.
Maharaj,
Yes?
even suppose scientists can accept that there is a meaning to it, yet if they don't come to a platform that we cannot understand the meaning and everything by that method itself, what is being adopted. So then that is also not serving. So but there is a advancement of one step, that at least the meaning is there in the life.
Well, you know this word semantics?
Yes.
You know the meaning?
Yes.
It means meaning. Semantics. Meaning. Semantics. There are two things, semantics and syntax.
Grammar.
Grammar and the meaning, In language, you have grammar, and that tells you how to make a sentence, but the meaning of the sentence is also important. The context. So this Rishi Raj Prabhu, our god brother, Rishi Raj Prabhu, near you in Bangalore, he made a theory called semiotic atoms, something like that. Semantic atomic theory, yes. Semantics. He said matter has to be understood semantically. What's that? Matter has to be understood semantically. Semantically. As having not only being, but also a meaning. And not only being there, but also having a meaning. Namaste, Haribol, Zana. Nice to see you. Hare Krishna. Must also be meaning as well as the thing. The object, they must all has some reference to something other than itself. And he developed a whole theory of atomic theory using that semantic idea. And also another devotee, who was in Mumbai, that Rasaraj, you know him, Maharaj, right? He also developed that same idea that the science has to understand things semantically. And he has one course he's teaching at Birla Institute, I think, on semantic information theory. So there are many nowadays scientists who are also recognizing that semantics or the meaning things has to also be considered. One philosopher's name is Peirce. He wrote a whole many things on this subject. He gave the example that a sign, just like if you go down the road, and here in America you've seen the signs, the red sign with the octagonal red sign, it has the word stop on it. So when you see that sign, then you know you're supposed to stop the car. When you see the light and it's red, it means you're supposed to stop the car. And when you see it is green, then you can make the car go. So they're signs. They're only signs, but they mean something. They carry some meaning. So he gave a theory of signs, as signs mean something. So they're trying to interpret matter now as saying that it's a sign. We should see matter and material things as signs that imply something. They have a meaning. Not that they are just things without any meaning. Everything that we come across in our experience has a meaning. And to analyze it,
Meaning indicate a person.
well, yes, that also indicates a person that to whom it has a meaning. But there's a consistent logic, a philosophy now that they've developed around that theme. And that one person who came to our lecture, to our conference also at Rutgers, what's his name, that Chinese fellow?
Sung Chul.
Sung Chul, yes. Sung Chul. Remember? He's also trying to use that idea of semantics to interpret the things that we come into contact with. And use them, see them as signs, not just as something. It's an indication of something else besides itself. And the meaning of sign. It indicates something beyond its mere physical existence.
Maharaj, can I?
Yes.
These things that scientists seem to want to measure only the material things. We have no vision to see soul, to see consciousness, but they can't measure consciousness. Scientists, they have to measure, or they think just the matter. How do you explain consciousness, that which they cannot see?
Yeah. Well, that's what this is all about. This idea of meaning. Meaning. What is that? When something means something, what is that? How do you deal with that? How do you handle meaning? For them, it's like, for the materialists, it's like something pie in the sky, they say. Sky flowers. How do you deal with something like meaning or something like consciousness? Now, at one time, nobody understood. In the science group that we have, an email group, one time I said, consciousness has this NESS at the end, consciousness. Then, what do you want to make of that? You want to make this something solid, consciousness. You want to make it something solid. But let's take the word happiness. It also ends in ness. Then, can you make something solid out of happiness? What it is? Can you put it in a bowl? Mix it with some sadness or some whateverness you want. You can't do that. So consciousness. Huh? What is that? Essence. Something like that. It's more of an adjective than a noun. When you add ness to it, it becomes something like an adjective, a description of something.
Like an state.
Like a what?
A state of being.
A state, yes. There's something that's not, that we don't consider tangible in that sense of holding something. So consciousness, happiness. And I thought of that when Plato one time, he gave the word chairness. Chairness. The chair has a chairness to it. An essence, huh? It has an essence to make it a chair. Every chair has this chairness, this essence of what it means to be a chair. The essence. So that's not something that is, right there in front of us to deal with. Has another kind of meaning, another kind of sense to it. Ness. That's a good word, essence. What he is trying to say, the essence of things. That is not so, that is not expressible in terms of the thing itself. We have to go beyond the thing to understand its essence, its truth. Generally you say essence means the truth. Like the essence of water What is the essence of water? Not H2O, but in the Sanskrit is that the liquidity. Huh? Liquidity.
What about holiness?
Huh?
Who is that? Somebody called on the phone.
Holiness.
We have a new caller on the phone.
Oh, yeah. Holiness?
Yes.
Holiness, yes. What is that? Well, holy itself is also very difficult to understand. Or joy, joyness, or
But they use that for a priest, holiness.
holiness. Yes, your holiness. That's right. Huh? Holiness.
As well as your highness.
The what?
Highness,
Your
like a
highness.
king.
Oh, your highness. Yeah. Highness. Huh? These things hard to put in a tangible form. But we understand they have some meaning. Yes?
Can I say something?
Sure.
This is all true in English language.
Yes.
Yes, with the mess and the ending of these words. But in other language, these words, they have different endings.
Yes.
We cannot do it like that.
I see.
I'm just looking at the Russian language, Polish language, go away through the Hindu,
Yes. Yes, of course. Of course. Yeah. I don't know how they form words like that in the other languages. But we're just talking about the word consciousness, for instance. When we talk to the scientists and we use the word consciousness, then I try to explain it like this, that it's the ness words are expressing something that is not really tangible anymore. Because, like I said, they try to understand everything in terms of neurons and electrons and this thing and that thing. But how do you account for that? And those by particles like that? How do you account for the ness, the essence of things, the truth of things? They could not answer that. I don't think they even caught what I was saying. It was too hard for them to understand what I was saying because they think only in terms of the particles. That's the only thing that's real for them. Nothing else has any meaning. And if it can't be reduced to particles, it's just some kind of superstition, sentiment. That's not what they think.
They are trying to study subconsciousness.
Yes. Huh?
They're trying to study subconsciousness.
Who?
Just saying about the scientists that they cannot get what it is the aspects, the aspects, human beings, because our souls are that consciousness.
Yes. Consciousness is related to the soul, yes.
Manifestation. So this is what the science accept. The physical, the way I look at that's me, the human being. Right? This is what they tell you. And the consciousness is the substance, is the soul.
Yes. Well, consciousness is connected with the soul. It's not the soul proper, but it's like the sun and the sunshine, huh? The sun is there and the sunshine is there. The consciousness is like the sunshine, and the soul is like the sun. So the consciousness comes from the soul, not the soul proper. Huh? Consciousness can become influenced. Soul cannot be influenced. Consciousness can become influenced by different conditioning. The soul is beyond that. Anyhow, that's a subtle point. But the point is that consciousness is connected with the soul or the spirit, not with the material things, not directly. But consciousness and matter, this is one thing that people don't understand also. They say consciousness is immaterial, and then there's material, but it can't be completely immaterial because consciousness can interact with matter. So there must be something common between them also. Right? So we have to understand the oneness and difference also when we're dealing with consciousness and spirit.
Material consciousness we also call.
Yes. Huh?
So the objects of consciousness has to do with that knowledge.
Yes. Yes, object must be there. If you're going to speak of consciousness, you must have this dualism, this subject-object dualism. It must be there. Otherwise, you can't speak of consciousness. Consciousness means not only consciousness, but consciousness of something. You see? That's like seeing. You can't speak of seeing unless you're seeing something. What does seeing mean without any object to see? Is there such a thing? All right? So consciousness can't be there by itself. You have to be conscious of something. Otherwise, no question of consciousness. Understand?
Now, the classification that we find in our Acharya's description about consciousness, like Srila Maharaj told about exploitation, renunciation, dedication, that has to do with the attitude, seems to me.
Yeah.
And the classification that Srila Bhakti Yoga has given about Sankuchita, Vikachita, Purna Vikachita, and all this classification, that has to do with some kind of capabilities that she was.
Yes, spirit is behind everything, and that is all comprehensive. But somehow we have given up that spiritual, all comprehensive nature to take something limited upon ourselves. We've been limited by the material things, the things which are opposed to consciousness, objective to consciousness. We are limited by those things, and they should not be. One time that scientist at our conference in Rutgers, again, he asked, how do you bring the subjective and objective worlds together? Remember? He asked that question. How is it possible to talk about the subjective when we are concerned with the objective world? Science is concerned with the objective world. How do we bring that to the subjective platform? What do we talk about at the subjective level if we only have objective things? Then you remember what I told him? Huh? Yeah. No, the object is what the subject knows it to be. The object is only what the subject knows it to be. Isn't it? Huh? What is the object? It's what we know it to be. So the object is dependent on the subject. What it is what the subject says it is. What I understand it to be. Understand? So subject and object are not opposed. They're necessary for one another. They're not separate from one another. They're necessary. Essential. Huh? The subject is the only thing that can get the essence of the object. Get to the essence of the object. Otherwise, the object on its own has no meaning. We can't speak of that. We only speak of an object because we are a subjective being. We have a subjective element within us. And then we can mention object.
And the same is also applicable to subject also?
I'm sorry?
Machine.
As we say, there is an object needed. There is subject needed for object to be recognized.
Yes.
And we also have to say the same for the subject.
Subject,
also,
yes, of course. Of course. Subject also needs the object. Otherwise, what is it subjecting? Subject has a subject is a verb. Actually, it's a verb. We call it a noun, but it's a verb. You can also use subject as a verb. No? You can subject the object to your investigation. becomes determined by the subject. What it is. And there are two things, that and what. That an object is, that's one thing. What an object is another thing. What means its determinations. Just like you can say, that there is something there. That is there. Well, what is that? You have to ask the question, what is that? That is not enough to say that. That only gives existence, or being, to things. When you say, what is that? Then that becomes more determinate. The what is saying exactly what are those characteristics of that. That is a very general and obscure term, indeterminate. But when you ask, what is that? Then you want to be more specific. Huh? So the thing that is there, that is a that. But the subject has to come and say what that is. Otherwise it's meaningless. Has no meaning. Or you can say it has every meaning. That refers to everything. That everything is a that. Then it doesn't tell you anything.
Can you explain more on the soul side of what Krishna believes was, as far as the soul's existence and reincarnation and awareness of the soul within in a body?
What does he want to know? You want to hear this question? I didn't fully understand your question. Can you repeat?
No, I'm saying, can you explain more on the soul side of it from Krishna's side?
Soul is very difficult. Soul is very difficult to understand. Very difficult.
Well, that's what
Yeah, so to explain that in a short term, not possible. It was very difficult. Anyhow, we have some idea. Soul is necessary. And soul is the truth. Soul is the truth of the body. The truth, just like, how to say? Essence, yes. The essence of the body. Without the soul, there would be no body. Soul determines, in a certain sense, determines the body. What body you are going to get. And then, like Krishna explains in the Gita, Dehinosmin yata dehe. You know that verse? Dehinosmin yata dehe kamaram yovanam jara. He explains, I think in the second chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, that Dehino means who is embodied. The soul is the embodied, called Jivatma. And when Sanatana Goswami asked Mahaprabhu, what am I? Who am I? Kami. And Mahaprabhu told him, Jivera Swarupoy Krishnera Nitidas. You are eternal servant of Krishna. That is your identity. So this much we know about the soul. He's the eternal servant of Krishna. But he also has an outward role to play in the body, particular bodies of this world. He is the essence of the truth behind that. So we have to look in two directions to understand the soul. That's why it's very complicated, very complex. Just like if you have a car, cars are driving on the road, and there's so much traffic. I gave this example in my book, our book, that if the cars are driving on the highway, we try to analyze what are the traffic patterns. And we only look at the cars and see how they're going this way and that way. And we forget about the drivers. We only analyze in the terms of the body, of the physical cars. Then we're not going to get a very good analysis, proper understanding of the thing. So the car, you can say the soul is the driver, is the conscious being there. He's controlling the thing now, to some degree. Not that he controls completely. I mean, he just pushes his foot on the pedal and the car moves. And not that the driver is doing that, the car is doing that, but the necessity of the driver is also there. The steering wheel turns the wheels, but the driver has to turn the steering wheel. You understand? So some part is being done by the machine, but some part also has to be done by the driver. So not it's all in the control of the driver, but some part is. And like that.
Compare that soul of a human being. Would that be consciousness?
Yes.
Like awareness?
Yes, of course. And you have will, you have thinking, and you have feeling. All these things are necessary in order to move the body and go in certain ways and do certain things. The will, the thinking, and the feeling. They all help in determining where the body is going to do, how it's going to act.
So there's something that you should be doing, but you end up doing something else, but the soul didn't allow you to do it. You did it on your own, correct?
Well, we are not in complete control, yes. Not in complete control. Just like one time, I can't ever remember the name. Some lady in Chicago, she had a cow, and I don't remember the name of that lady, McGrowdy or McGrow, I don't remember, McGrory. Anyhow, she had a cow, and she went down to the barn and to milk the cow. And she had, at that time, they didn't have electricity. So she had to take the lantern, the kerosene lantern, down to the barn. And she put it there next to the cow, next to the hay and the cow. And somehow she was milking the cow and the lantern fell over. Then that lantern, the kerosene and the fire lit the hay, and the whole barn was burning. And then after the barn burned, the house next door also got burned, and it was in flames. And like that, the whole neighborhood was suddenly in flames. And even that, the whole city became in flame because they didn't have very good firefighters at that time, I guess. And it's a very famous historical event. Now, the point is, did that lady burn down the town? Is she responsible for burning the whole town? Not really. She's responsible for the cow, the barn. But what happened after that wasn't in her control. It was beyond her capacity to do that. But the fire somehow did that. I can't say she did that. So a certain amount of responsibility we have, and then after that, the things seem to take their own course. So we can't take all the responsibility for ourselves. So this is very complex also. This is called karma. It's a very complex thing. But so Krishna tells, don't worry about trying to figure all those things out. Just surrender to me. I'm in control of all these things. Your only duty is to get out of those entanglements and turn toward me and surrender to me and become my devotee. And then all those other things won't be your concern. Because you can't figure them out. And don't try to be so big. Take a humble position. And submit yourself to my control. Know that I am the Supreme. I am the Ishvar. And you are a little Ishvar. But not in the ultimate position to control everything. Yes.
So I know we talk about the material world, the entanglement, the mundane, but how do you separate yourself from that when we live in these physical bodies and we need to eat food, We need to live in a house to protect ourselves from the, we need to be sheltered. We need to pay for these things, so we need to work and have a job. How do we separate ourselves from having to do these things? I guess that's what I struggle with.
Okay. Well, in the Bible, you're a good Christian, or you seem to have some expression of Christian ideas. So, in the Bible, doesn't Christ say, look at the birds, they're getting everything, the grains to eat. Look at the flowers, they're getting so nicely dressed. And why are you worrying about these things? I am supplying everyone everything. So we can live in that consciousness. This may seem very strange to us, are used to doing everything for some result. Yet, if we think of things, that's called mundane thinking, that we think of things that have to be done. Oh, I have to do this, I have to do that, I should do this, I should do that. But that's a certain type of thinking. We don't appreciate how miraculous everything is going on, even without our I mean, you didn't create this coronavirus. None of us did that. It happened. I mean, things happen to us. You happen to have a son, not a daughter. How much can you actually, are you in control of these things, producing these things? Okay? So, Einstein once said, he said, you could see everything as material, as the laws and this and that and the other thing, or you can see everything as a miracle at every moment. There are those who see the miraculous. Everything is miraculous, and they're in tune with that, and their lives are in tune with that, and somehow it works out. I can't explain that either. But somehow those miracles do occur in a proper what do you say, sequence, and our lives are not imperiled by trusting in those miracles of the Lord, but they're actually fulfilled in a very beautiful and wonderful way. Now that may seem impractical, no doubt, a practical answer for a person who's very practically minded, but there's a different types of consciousness that are there. Now, I'm sorry, you wanted to say something again? Go ahead, please.
No, I totally believe in the wonders of what goes on in the world. I'm totally amazed by it.
Yeah.
It is definitely bigger than us and beyond. It definitely, everything is really beyond our. I feel that if you live your life and if you're a good person and you don't try to control everything, because I think that's where the struggle comes in. But if you really let things flow and let things go, it's amazing at what reveals itself to you and how the course of things happen. Because you're not trying to, your direction might be what's stopping you from going in the right way. You know what I'm saying? So I really do believe in that. But in this world, if we don't make money, how do we? I mean, like right now, I understand you can grow a garden in your backyard and you can make your own. You can start the process that creates food. But you still need money to pay for the house. You need money to pay for the car so you can travel. So I still struggle with how do you separate yourself from material things. Like if I stop working, look at what's happening in the world. How many people are on unemployment and aren't getting money and they're struggling to eat and to live. So I still struggle with, even as a good person that believes in spirituality and the miracle of life, I still don't know how you're supposed to live without work. It's the society we live in right now.
Well, you're not working. You're not working. Now, at present, you are not working.
Oh, me? Oh, no, I'm on furlough.
Yet you're getting money.
Yeah.
Then,
It's not going to be there forever.
but you see, somehow it is arranged. It has been arranged.
That's not permanent.
Well, there are societies in which I don't remember, what is it, one of those, Finland or Sweden or one of those countries where, Sweden, where people are all getting some kind of from the government. Their expenses are paid. Huh? They're all, and they do whatever they have to do, whatever they want to do, but they're all getting paid. Now that's a different system than ours, but they exist. Huh? It's possible, but we don't think in those outside our envelope that we're enclosed in. Our system is working in a certain way. We think that's the way it has to be, and without that, we'll be poor, poverty stricken, this, that, the other thing. Well, what a stupid system we have here, especially as far as medical concerns, huh? and totally insane. Huh? So, but it's not like that everywhere. Not everyone is as stupid as we are. They know how to do it nicely. So we should not only think in one way, that ours is the way of things, and it becomes impossible because we have made our own prison. We create our own prison, our own punishment. So we have to become a little, think outside the box, outside the envelope, to understand these things. And it's possible. Possible. In India, is a very different system than here. The humble people, the people who are not working, they're considered beggars, but they're great saints also. How is it possible? So we can't just judge things from a limited point of view. We'll have to see in a broader sense. Approach the wise, those who have vision beyond our conditioned tunnel vision, and hear about other realms, other ideas, other perspectives, other consciousness, and how to come in touch with those other levels. That's our task. If we want. Otherwise, you can remain worried about your own things in your own way, and that will go on forever. You can, until the situation becomes so unbearable that you'll want to change also. There must be a better way. So we have to be patient. These things come, realizations come to us, if we keep ourselves going in the proper direction. Gradually, not go down in the lower direction, go into the higher direction. Then gradually these things will become known to us, what we are doing and how we can do it better and how we can have a higher conception. The lower taste will be replaced with a higher taste. Progress. Srila Maharaj used to tell, progress means rejection and acceptance. Reject the lower and go to the higher. That's progress. We want to make progressive development of consciousness. From mortal to the immortal. From mortality, take us to immortality. From asat to asat. From misery to happiness. That is progress. That is education. That is knowledge. Don't remain fixed in one thing. Oh, sure. The problems can't be solved at the same level you're at. Einstein also said that. You have a problem, you can't solve that problem at the level that the problem exists. You have to go to another level. Then you can solve the problem. The problem will solve itself. What appears to be a problem at one level won't be a problem at another level.
What do you do to get
What do you do to get there? You try to follow the process. Just like, let's say you are lost in the forest and you don't know which way, how to get out. But you find somebody. Oh, do you know how to get out of the forest? Yes, I know. Come, follow me. Then you're out. You can get out. So we try to follow the teachers, the wise, who explain to us these things. And if we follow, then we may not know where we're going or how that is possible, how we're actually getting out of the forest. But we'll get out because they already know how to do it. Follow. Faith. It's called faith. Yes. We have to have, definitely, we have to have faith. Otherwise, if we think I have to do everything myself, then you may find a guide who knows how to get through the forest and say, oh, no, I have to do it myself. I don't want your help. Foolishness. Anyhow. So a simple heart, good heart is necessary. Hare Krishna. All right. Anything else? Sana, how are you doing? You okay? Somehow your mic is muted.
Yeah, okay. It was just something work related.
Okay, good. All right, as long as you're okay. All right. Kushum is there with the Tulsi plant. She put the Tulsi plant there. I don't know. She's having a hard time, no doubt. But we're praying for her. Everyone have to offer some prayers for her to get better. We pray that she will be okay.
Tulsi's dancing for her.
Yeah. As long as you can worship Tulsi, then no problem. She will bless you with everything. All right. My Dandavats. Thank you, sir. Kaur Bhakti Vrinda ki jai.